Hi, this is Sol. This is another Soul Scope, a little sign of the times, where I'll be exploring some of the deeper meanings of the current Grand Cross, which is the big thing around the astrology world for the time being. And it is interesting. There's always something interesting. Um, and especially in this time before 2025, 24, 25, when Pluto will move into Aquarius, the sign of the group, this thing we've all heard about, the age of Aquarius. Before that happens, the world is going to go through incredible changes on a collective and personal level. We can't just talk about spirituality, we have to integrate it. And it's that um, period of discovering what that actually means that the world is going through right now. And it's not an easy transition. I mean, we thought we could fake it, but then we realized, oh my God, I really have to live it. And it fundamentally changes our relationship to other people, to ourselves, to money, and to the material, to love. I mean, there's so many things, the relationship and the understanding that we have regarding certain things are being turned upside down. And it's something completely new that we're going into. I mean, living spiritual consciousness, whatever people think that is always a deeply transformative and experience. Ken Wilber, the genius, said once, religion is translation, like life is being translated into an understandable form, whereas spirituality is death. It's transformation. It is complete upside down. It's something it's not security in the sense that religion gives us these frames, the framework that we can rely on. We can use astrology as a religion, or we can use astrology as a spiritual tool for growth and transformation. And these mutable times that we have in 2015 and 2016 and 17 are definitely part of this process up till Pluto in Capricorn. I relate everything into that framework of us moving into the so-called age of Aquarius. Every little spiritual transit that happens is a part of that process. And it means, what does actually the age of Aquarius mean? Astrologically, we won't be there for another 100 years or so, when the precession of the equinoxes move into the sign of Aquarius. Right now, they're around 5 or 6 degrees Pisces, which means that the vernal equinox at springtime in March it's the sign of Pisces that rises in the east. Although tropical, we call it the first day of the astrological year, Aries. So, the thing with the world moving into the age of Aquarius is all about how we can take charge of our own projections, our own dreams, how we can take responsibility and live up for in our own self without necessarily having to feed on other people's energies. Like in this age of Pisces, we see a lot of dictators, we see a lot of rich people taking other people's money, etc. We see a lot of theft of attention, of fake gurus, of people wanting to survive, but not in a way that is spiritually supportive or sustained. And it's easy to understand why. I mean, read the Bible. I don't know, whatever wrong could happen to Earth and humanity due to their sins happened. So unless we remove that problem with us being guilt-ridden in the sense that humanity is. We won't be able to set our talents free in the way that they should. And we won't be able to change the relationship to money as we should. How these things are connected, how can you, is very easy to see when we go deeper into self-exploration, self-development, when people develop their talents. We see at one side people really have like a good connection with their talent. Like, I know who I am, I have this genius, Aquarius, genius, Aquarius Leo. It's a creative axis of genius. I want to give it to the world, Leo, look. And then I meet the audience and I get addicted to my audience. And then we have the business of money getting into the problem. And suddenly people lose their natural selves. And what happens then? We feel like frauds and fakes and copies, and we lose ourselves, and that relates to guilt, And before we can get back to our natural self, we also have to stop selling ourselves, in whether it's trying to make ourselves extremely presentable for a potential partner, or we're trying to do our best to survive. I sometimes, when I go into the world, I think it's a screaming market full of people offering something in order to satisfy their neurotic breakdowns due to the potential threat of Armageddon. A long sentence. I think I need to break that down a little bit. But, because we believe that the end is near all the time, it's like, I have to survive. I'm starving. I have all these bills. I'm stuck in this stupid system that we created, or that's been created. I wouldn't blame it on either me or you. But it's that fear, and it makes people scream, and it makes people howl out their talents in the market of, it's the coaching thing. Like, it's like we are more concerned about the package than the content. So instead of people having quietude and peace and love and support financially, emotionally, spiritually, to develop our talents in peace and quietness, to get a connection with our souls again, to have that opportunity to not be running so much, we'd be all less tense around these issues. We'd be more willing to share the spotlight with each other. And that's the age of Aquarius. There will be natural leaders, of course. The one with the highest consciousness will naturally take leadership and inspire, but it will not be a dictatorship. It will not be, I own you. So every time you go through a phase in your creative development where you feel you want to just, you got the desires to leap into your fears and just run into that fear of survival and think, how the hell am I going to survive the next day? You just chill, tune back, and realize that every time you do that, something magical happens. The soul is creative, it's magnetic, it's attractive, it's brilliant, and it offers something that the world needs. And as long as you offer your authentic self to the world, the true gift that you have, first you got to find it. And when you find it, then you just offer it. I mean, there is no way it won't be circulated into the bigger circle, because everybody's needed. And that's the true gift of the age of Aquarius. We all work together in a group. It's like a tribe versus a society. In society today, we have lots of people who are completely redundant. We don't need them. We don't need them because they don't produce anything. They don't have money. Old people or beggars or homeless people. In a tribe, we need everyone. We need them, those who fall out and those who are in. A tribal mentality, a tribe, is a completely different frame of mind. In a tribe, everyone's needed. And it was back in the 80s when Burning Man started, and they had those principles embedded in their philosophy. Co-creation, co-participation, everyone's needed. And it's been, it's not just their ideas, but they really did a good job bringing that into the collective. And it's been growing ever since. Now we have more and more tribal energies going on, and it's not all good. Some of them are hidden dictatorships in them, etc. And there's an elite. There's always that elite thing. People. And tendencies don't die that easy. And it's creative, co-creative. In a tribe, we have that. There's space and room for everyone, and I think it's a lovely idea. And I think that it's the only idea if we want to make this world go round. That's the natural way of doing it. And right now, with the breaking up of the old paradigm of Christianity, of old school stuff, it's peaking though. You have people going completely crazy with the fundamental stuff, but it's just gotta be. It's just what I call a karmic burp, and it just has to happen. And eventually, as we are moving through 2016 and 2017 with the mutable cross, things are dissolving. Mutability is about dissolution. It's dissolving something before the next cycle, the cardinal one. And that cardinal cycle is bringing in the new season, the new menu, what's up next, So first we just gotta let everything dissolve like a salt in a water, and just let it merge with let it go, like let it merge with creation. And it's beautiful, but it's also scary, like when the monetary system is really, there's a point of a choice. There's a feeling like we are feeling that there's a certain element of us having to choose, and we're afraid of that choice because we held on to the old way of thinking money because they gave us security. We bought that dream, understandably enough. Life on Earth is rough, man. Famine, droughts, forest fires, earthquakes, unemployment. In a tribe, there wouldn't be any unemployment. There wouldn't be any rich people either. So as long as we keep nurturing the glamour of rich, we all want to be rich, right? As long as we keep glamorizing that and giving them energy because we love to be one of them, we're going to have that problem. So dissolving illusions is what this summer is all about. Just letting go of glamour, letting go of illusion. Just, no, thank you, don't need that anymore. So tired of being caught up in an illusion. Life is based on these negative illusions, and it's poisoning your thinking and your emotional life and your body, everything. So really clearing out these things and preparing for the new cycle is a yoga exercise. And this particular month, as we already noticed with the new moon in the mutable cross, we will definitely see a lot of these interesting changes going on. Like nothing is grounded, everything is up there. And I find it incredibly interesting that the UK are doing the referendum in this energy. In really something, whatever happens to the European Union, it's going to be extremely interesting. We'll see. We don't know. With Neptune so closely into the nodal axis in Pisces, everything can happen. So the summer of everything can happen will happen. is about to occur. Well, I can talk like 400 hours. I know the time, the attention span of people on internet is about 5 minutes. I just added 10 minutes to that attention span. Maybe somebody will complete this round of astro philosophy. And if you did, thank you. Thank you for having the patience and, the interest to sit through such a long video. It's very rare these days. Consider yourself a rare human being. Yes, you managed 15 minutes in front of a screen listening to one woman talking. Love it. All right, ciao. Have a great day. Be healthy, happy, wholesome.